Did you know that we have channel memberships now? If you'd like to help support this channel, get some exclusive Kawabana emotes to use in the comments, as well as an exclusive badge by your name, click that join button now to find out even more. Every bit of support really helps. Thanks guys. It was a strange building that nobody quite knew the purpose of. It was so strange that it even had various names. Some called it the Witch's Mansion. Others called it Cinderella's Castle. Some called it the Villa Fortress. Yet, a name on the front of the building proclaimed it to be Drakenberg, like the castle in Germany. Either way, it was a strange building that had been abandoned for decades. And according to the rumors, it was haunted as well. It was spring when the group of friends decided to check it out. Not yet hot, but no longer cold either. Bored, they decided to visit the mysterious witch's mansion for a little test of courage. Getting inside wasn't too hard. After all, people had been doing it for years now. First, they made their way to the third floor and had a look around. There wasn't much interesting there, nor any of the rumored ghosts, so they made their way down to the second floor. Yet it was here that they all saw something that made them stop in their tracks. It wasn't just one or two of them. The entire group saw it. Somebody or something dressed in a full-body robe, much like the witch of the building's popular name. They didn't hang around to find out whether the figure was dangerous or not. The entire group fled the building and immediately ran outside. Yet a few claimed they weren't sure of what they'd seen and they wanted to go back in to check. With safety in numbers, reluctantly they went back inside. And still, the figure stood there, looking just like the witch the building supposedly housed. That was all the confirmation they needed. The group fled and never returned again. The Witch's Mansion, as it's commonly called, is a strange building that can be found in the Noro Mountains of Kure City, Hiroshima Prefecture. To this date, very little remains known of it, but it is, as of this video's release, still standing. What exactly was it, and why was it abandoned and left to become haunted house fodder? First things first, the few things we do know about it. According to official records, construction began on the building in the early 1970s and finished in 1976. When it was built, the surrounding areas were mostly empty, meaning it was secluded from society. But what made this even stranger was that the building, mostly concrete, is a 3-story structure that resembles a Western castle. There's a plate on the front of the building that states its official name is Drakenberg. And visually, it does indeed somewhat resemble its German counterpart, although in a much smaller scale and made of white concrete. It's believed that the building was constructed as a recreational facility for an unnamed company due to a sign nearby stating, "Newly constructed vacation house." And that is all that's known of the building. It has 3 floors with a large entrance space on the first floor, recreational rooms such as a pool room on the second, and various accommodations, bathrooms, etc. on the third floor. The inside was also designed to resemble the Western exterior, with an extravagant spiral staircase and old-fashioned wallpaper and light fittings. You can even find a triangular watchtower on the roof. Outside, gardens were set up with benches and trellises, although these days only weeds remain. It's unknown when the building fell into disuse. Internet reports in the early 2000s had it already abandoned by that point, so it's likely to have happened during the 1980s or 90s. But it, much like everything else surrounding the building, remains a mystery. It did, however, pick up a few interesting hauntings over the years. After all, such a strange building left abandoned in the mountains for decades has to be haunted, right? Being a creepy building designed like a Western castle with numerous windows covered by steel bars, naturally, It's said that if you approach the building at night, you can see a figure looking back at you from one of the many windows. Yet, if you go inside, nobody's there. Of course not. It wasn't a living, breathing person watching you from the inside, but rather one of the many spirits that inhabit it. And, it said, there are indeed numerous spirits that haunt the building, and all of them are, for some reason, women. Can't have a haunted building without some female spirits, after all. One has been seen hanging around the second floor, where you can also find, or at least could find, a haunted rocking chair. To sit on the haunted rocking chair would spell your doom. But in recent years it has been destroyed, so there's no longer anything to fear by sitting down. Numerous people claim to have captured a female spirit on camera inside the building as well, particularly by the staircase. Several of these videos can be found on YouTube, but whether you believe them or not is up to you. The building is quite popular to visit these days due to its interesting design and mysterious nature. Not to mention its location in the middle of nowhere, so make of that what you will. There's also a room on the 3rd floor that's said to hold offerings, such as dried flowers, burnt incense, etc., that stands out in comparison to the other rooms. Was this done specifically for someone who lost their life in the building? Or merely a prank by one of the many people who have visited it over the years? Again, it all remains a mystery. And of course, you aren't safe once you leave the building either. Like the great majority of ghost spots around the country, it's said that if you drive to the Witch's Mansion, you're likely to meet with a terrible accident on your way home. It may not kill you like other locations, but no car accident is fun, is it? And being that the only way to get there is by car, well... To this day, you can still find numerous videos and blog entries from people still visiting the building. If it truly was as deadly as the rumors claimed, then many more lives would have been claimed by now. But its mystery and location make sure it remains an attractive location for ghost hunters and content creators, even now. As to whether it's really haunted or not though, well, that's up to you to decide. But what did you guys think of this one? Do you have any similar haunted locations near where you live? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.